Hello everyone, I'm Sulfikar and today I'm going to solve the past papers of ICATS English Linguistics Contest for year 2026, grade 5 and 6. Read the following poem and answer the below given questions 1 through 6. The Silent Seed. A tiny wrinkled dusty thing, a secret that the wind might bring, I hold in my hand so tight, a little parcel of the night. I find a patch of sun-warmed ground where soft and sleepy soil is found. I make a nest, a tiny bed, for dreams the silent seed has set. I cover it from wind and light and say good night, a long good night. The rain will come with tap tap taps, the sun will climb and fill the gaps. And I must wait and I must trust, the specks of green will break the crust. Speck means very small spouts or pieces. The crust means the hard top layer of soil. For hidden in that shell of brown, a universe is sleeping sound. It does not speak, it does not peek, it holds a promise strong and meek. Peek means to look quickly or secretly, and meek means quiet, gentle, or humble. So the poem is about planting a small seed and caring for it with patience and hope. The speaker describes the seed as a quiet hidden word full of potential, which is in the earth like a secret. Even though the seed is silent and seems fragile, but it holds a strong promise of new life, which remind us that growth takes time, rest, and gentle care. Question number 1. When the poet says the seed has dreams, it has said, what is the most likely meaning? Option A, the seed is talking in its sleep. Option B is the speaker is imagining the potential plant inside the seed. Option C is the seed is making quiet noises. Option D is the wind is telling stories about the seed. So the seed isn't actually talking or sleeping. The dreams it has are really the future plant imagined by the speaker, which is right now small, but it can grow into something green and alive. It's like the seed holds a secret story of what it could become in future. So we will select option B. The speaker is imagining the potential plant inside the seed. Question number 2. Why is the phrase parcel of the night a powerful description for the seed? Option A. It implies the seed is a small wrapped up package containing something mysterious and hidden. Option B is it shows the seed was planted after dark. Option C is it suggests the seed is dirty and black. Option D is it means the seed is lost and needs to be found. So the phrase is powerful because it pictures the seed as a small mysterious package holding a hidden life. Like a gift is wrapped in the darkness full of quiet potential. It's not about when it was planted, but about the secret inside it. So we will select option A here. The parcel of the night means it implies the seed is a small wrapped up package containing something mysterious and hidden. Question number 3. The line, a universe is sleeping sound, is a metaphor. What does this metaphor help the reader understand? Option A is that seeds are very old. Option B is that the inside of a seed is dark, like outer space. Option C is that a tiny seed holds an entire world of life and potential inside it. Option D is the planting a seed helps the environment. So the metaphor helps the reader see that a tiny seed holds an entire world of life and possibility inside. Even though it's small, it has everything it needs to grow into a whole plant, a whole universe waiting quietly in it. So we will select option C here, that a tiny seed holds an entire world of life and potential inside it. Question number 4. The speaker says, I must wait and I must trust. What does this line reveal about the process of growing things? Option A, that planting a seed is very easy and quick. Option B is that the speaker is worried the seed will not grow. Option C is the sun and rain do all the real work. Option D is that it requires patience and faith, not just actions. So here the line shows that growing things require patience and faith, not just doing the work. Because you can plant and care for a seed, but you have to trust the nature and wait for it to grow on its own time. So we will select option D here. Question number 5. How can the seed's promise be both strong and meek, humble at the same time? Option A is it is strong because it is hard and meek because it is small. Option B is it is meek because it is silent and hidden, but it promises is strong because it has the power to become a large plant. Option C is it is meek because it needs water and strong because it can break the soil. Option D is the words contradict each other and don't make sense. The seed's promise is meek because it is quiet and hidden in the ground, but strong because it has the power to grow into a full plant. It shows that something small and humble can hold great potential and strength. So, B is the correct option here. Question number 6. Besides planting a seed, what larger idea could this poem be a symbol for? Option A is the life cycle of a butterfly. Option B is the importance of eating vegetables. Option C is the process of learning something new, which starts small and requires patience and care. Option D is the changing of the seasons from winter to spring. So the poem could symbolize the process of learning or starting something new, which begins small and needs patience and care to grow. Like the seed, like new skills or ideas start quietly but can develop into something great. So we will select option C here. Read the following story and answer the below given questions 7 through 14. The Keeper of the Glass. In the heart of the old city, where the streets narrowed into crooked alleys, crooked mean bended or not straight, whereas the meaning of alleys is narrow streets between the buildings, stood a shop that didn't appear on any map. Its windows were dusty, and the faded sign above the door read simply, "The Keeper of the Glass." Inside, an old woman named Elara spent her days mending broken things, not with glue, but with something far stranger. People brought her shattered vases, cracked spectacles, and torn maps. Elara would hold the broken pieces, her fingers tracing the fractures. She didn't repair them to look new. Instead, she filled the cracks with a fine, luminous gold dust, making the broken lines gleam. Gleam means glow or shine. "This is kintsugi," she would explain softly. "The breakage is part of the object's history. We don't hide it, we eliminate it." One afternoon, a boy named Leo shuffled into the shop clutching a small ceramic bird. It was his most treasured possession, a gift from his grandmother, but now it lay in three pieces in his palm. His eyes were red from crying. "My bird," he whispered, "can you fix it?" Lara took the pieces and nodded. "It will hold a memory now, more than it did before." As she worked, Leo watched, fascinated. Fascinated means like impressed or mesmerized. She didn't rush. She carefully applied the golden resin along the breaks, joining the pieces until the bird was whole again. But it was not the same as before. Delicate means fragile. Golden veins now ran across its body, catching the light from the window. She handed it back to Leo. "Now it is quite unique. Its story of being broken and repaired is what makes it most beautiful." Leo held the bird. It felt warmer, more precious. Precious means very valuable. He didn't see a ruined toy. Ruined means badly damaged. He saw a story of loss and careful mending. He looked at the old woman and understood she wasn't just a mender of objects, she was a healer of stories, teaching that a thing or a person could be fragile, break, and still become whole again. Marked not by weakness but by resilience. Resilience means the ability to recover. Question number 7. What is the main theme or lesson of this story? Option A is old things are more valuable than new things. Option B is broken objects should be thrown away and replaced. Option C is our scars and repairs can become a valuable part of our identity. Option D is magic is the only way to truly fix something that is broken. The main lesson is that our scars and repairs can become a valuable part of our identity. like the bird mended with gold. Being broken and healed can make something or someone more beautiful and unique. So we will select option C here. Question number 8. Based on the story, what does the word kintsugi most likely represent? Option A is a Japanese art form that highlights repair instead of hiding it. Option B is a special type of gold dust that is stronger than glue. Option C is the name of the old woman who owns the shop. Option D is the process of making new ceramic object. So, kintsugi is a Japanese art form that highlights repair instead of hiding it. So, we will select option A here. Question number 9. Why does the author state that the shop didn't appear on any map? Option A is to show that the shop is illegal. Option B is to suggest that the shop is hidden and only found by those who need it. Option C is to explain why the streets in that part of the city are crooked. Option D is to prove that the shop is not important to most people. So, according to the author, the shop is hidden and special, almost like a secret place, and only those people who really need it can find it. It adds a touch of magic and mystery to Elara's role. So, we will select option B here. Question number 10. How does Leo's perception of the ceramic bird change from the beginning to the end of the story? Option A is he is sad it is broken and then he is happy it looks new again. Option B is he thinks it is worthless and then he realizes it is made of gold. Option C is he is afraid of the old man and then he trusts her with his toy. Option D is he views it as a broken toy and then he sees it as a unique object with a story. So at first, Leo sees the bird as a broken toy that makes him sad, but by the end, he sees it as a unique treasure with its own story. The golden cracks added meaning instead of hiding the damage. So we will select option D here. Question number 11. What does Elara mean when she says it will hold a memory now more than it did before? Option A is the bird will now be able to remember things magically. Option B is the physical repair will become a permanent part of the object's history and meaning. Option C is Leo will now remember his grandmother more clearly. Option D is the gold dust has magical properties that store memory. So in simple words, Elara means the bird will now have a visible memory of being broken and fixed. The gold lines make its history part of its beauty, so it holds more meaning than before. The option B will be the suitable option here. Question number 12. The author describes the golden lines as veins. What is the effect of this word choice? Option A is it suggests that the repair has given the bird a new kind of life. Option B is it makes the bird seem scary or diseased. Option C is it shows that the repair is hidden inside the bird. Option D is it indicates that the bird was very expensive. So the word vein suggests that the repair has given the bird a new kind of life. Like veins carry blood in a living thing, the gold lines show the bird is whole and alive again with the story. So option A is the suitable option here. Question number 13. Which statement best describes Alara's role in the old city based on the story's details? Option A is she is lonely shopkeeper who rarely has visitors. Option B is she is a magical creature who fixes things for her own amusement. Option C is she is teacher who uses her craft to impart wisdom about healing and history. Option D is she is Leo's grandmother in disguise. So according to the story details, the Alara is a teacher and she uses her craft to share wisdom about healing and history through repairing the broken things with gold. So option C is the correct option here. Question number 14. What is the most significant way the ceramic bird is different after being repaired? Option A is it is physically stronger than it was before it broke. Option B is its appearance is completely unchanged. Option C is its value has been decreased because it is now broken. Option D is its history of breakage and repair is visibly honored and celebrated. The bird is different because its cracks are filled with gold, which is honoring its history. Its break and repair are now celebrated, not hidden. So we will select option D here. Its history of breakage and repair is visibly honored and celebrated. Question number 15. Determine the main idea of the following passage. Small steps to a happier planet. Recycling things like paper, plastic, and metal helps the earth by cutting down on rubbish. Yet many people throw away their newspapers, bottles, and cans instead of recycling them. The question then is how to encourage more people to recycle. One way that works is to put recycling containers in more places. Seeing more recycling bins helps people remember to use them. Another way is to teach people why recycling is important. If we make recycling easier and teach people why it matters, more people will join in. What is the main or central idea of the passage? Option A is we need to get more people to recycle so that we stop throwing out so much rubbish. Option B is we can get more people to recycle by putting out more bins and teaching people about why recycling matters. Option C is it is very important to recycle because it helps in generating renewable energy. And option D is none of the above. So according to the passage, recycling helps the planet, but many people still don't do it. To get more people to recycling, we should make it easier by placing more recycling bins in the visible places, and we should also teach people why recycling matters so they understand its importance. So we will select option B here. Question number 16. Look at the thesaurus entry. Alibi. The part of speech is noun. Definition is a reason why someone could not have committed a criminal act. Synonyms: defense, excuse, explanation. Which of the following is an example of an alibi? Option A is being in another city when a crime took place. Option B is witnessing a robbery and then reporting it. Option C is going to park for a walk. Option D is none of the above. An alibi is a proof that someone was not at the scene of a crime. For example, if a theft happened in Lahore and you were in Karachi at that time, your Karachi visit is your alibi. So if we look at all four options, option A is the correct representation of an alibi, like being in another city when a crime took place. Question number 17. Read the following passage and answer the below given questions. I heard she rode camels all over Egypt, including inside the pyramids. Caleb told Jerome. I heard she lived in the Queen's Palace in England. Jerome added he wasn't sure it was true, but it was fun to see Caleb's eyes widen. Buzzy chatter filled the air as Jerome and his classmates waited outside the bus. Their upcoming field trip to Somerville Mill was overshadowed by a more important event. Today, a new student was joining their class, and apparently she was a word traveler. Class, called Mr. Jones, walking towards them with a girl trailing behind her. This is our new student Anya, craning his neck. Craning means stretching the neck to see better. Jerome thought he would never seen someone look so reluctant to be somewhere. Reluctant means unwilling or hesitant. Anya stood slightly behind Mr. Jones, staring down at her own shoes. They were fancy shoes, shiny and blue, and they matched her pleated skirt. No one dresses like that here, thought Jerome. So according to the story, Jerome and his classmates are excited about rumors that a new student Anya is a word traveler. While waiting for a field trip, their teacher introduced Anya, who looks like very nervous and unwilling to be there. She stands shyly behind the teacher in fancy clothes, and Jerome notices she doesn't seem to fit in with the other students. Look at the word in bold. How does Anya seem to Jerome? Use context clues in nearby text to help you figure out the meaning of the word reluctant. Option A is she seems like she is interested in her new classmates. Option B is she seems like she is excited about the field trip. Option C is she seems like she is unhappy with how her shoes look. Option D is she seems like she is nervous about being introduced. The clues which we can follow are that Anya seems nervous about being introduced because she was standing behind her teacher and looking down at her shoes instead of her classmates. So we will select option D here. Question number 18. Complete the analogy. Wheel is to car as nose is to dash. Option A is face, option B is sneeze, option C is eyes, and option D is none of these. So an analogy is a comparison between two things to show how they are similar. It helps explain something unfamiliar by comparing it to something familiar. Like leaf is to tree as page is to book. Like leaf is a part of tree and a page is also a part of a book. So if we look at all our options, a wheel is a part of car as nose is part of face. So it's a part to whole relationship. So we'll select option A here. Question number 19. Read the following passage and answer the below given question. Trinka the Troll. Trinka sang her band's hit song, but when the Troll Town audience clapped, she could tell they were bored. I have been singing the same songs with the same instruments for months. My band needs a new sound, she thought. The next day, she nudged open the hatch leading up to human world and put her ear to the crack. Nudged means pushed gently or slowly. Hatch means a small door. So, shortly, an interesting melody made her pointy ears prick up. Prick up means to rise or stand up straight. How beautiful, Trinka thought. No troll or human can sing like this. I would love to have such an amazing voice in my band. Lucky me to live in a tree, taking my rest in a cozy nest, chirped the creature. Your song is incredible, Trinka called. But the creature stopped chirping and Trinka was left in silence. She wished she could go through the hatch to see what had happened, but if trolls were exposed to the sun, they turned to stone. What is the most likely reason why Trinka is interested in hearing sounds from human world? Option A is she is trying to learn a new language. Option B is she wants to form a band in human world. Option C is she has a lot of musician friends in human world. And option D is she hopes they will give her new ideas for her band. So Trinka is interested in sounds from human world because she wants new ideas for her band. She is bored with her old songs and hopes to find a fresh amazing sound. We'll select option D here. Question number 20. Complete the text with the better conjunctive adverb. Why do some people seem more prone to mosquito bites than others? Various studies have found that blood type, skin bacteria, and genetic factors play a role. Dash. Wearing certain colors may also attract mosquitoes. Option A is in other words, option B is instantly, option C is because, and option D is however. So if we look at all other options, the word incidentally is the correct option because it introduces an extra, somewhat surprising detail in a casual way. So we will select option B here. Question number 21. Read the following poem, then review the bolded text in the third stanza. Robert Fuel. We have been building this for weeks, both of us making endless tweaks. And now our robot almost speaks. The one thing we forgot to do was get the rubbish he needs to chew. For Fuel to chat the whole day through. Sorting rubbish alone's not fair. Some tasks are made for both to share. Gross chores are more fun as a pair. Our work was a cheetah racing by. In a flash, we fed our robot guy so he could say hi or bye. The bolded text requires an inference or a guess about missing details. Based on the text, which sentence is most likely to be true? Option A is the narrator and his friend need to find different robot fuel. Option B is the narrator and his friend decided to work together to collect rubbish. Option C is the narrator is mad that his friend asks him to collect rubbish alone. Option D is the narrator is happy that his friend asks him to collect rubbish alone. So the speaker and his friend realizes that collecting rubbish alone wouldn't be fair. Some chores are just meant to be done together, so it's most likely that they decide to team up and gather the robot fuel as a pair. So we will select option B here. The narrator and his friend decide to work together to collect rubbish. Question number 22. Choose the transition that contrasts or shows differences. In 1543, Nicholas Copernicus claimed that the Earth moved around the Sun. Galileo later used his telescope to show this. Dash. The Roman Catholic Church forced Galileo to deny his recovery in 1633. Option A is for example, option B is however, option C is because, and option D is in fact. So Galileo used his telescope to support Copernicus' idea, which was a big step for science. However, the church did not agree and later forced him to deny it, which shows a clear contrast between the progress and the opposition. So we will select option B here. Question number 23. Read the following text and answer the below given question. When people swim in the ocean, they may fret about getting stung by jellyfish. Fortunately, most stings are mild and can be treated on the spot. Since stingers are extremely sticky, people need to check for any left in the skin and quickly remove them. Experts recommend scraping them off with a credit card or other piece of plastic. Movement causes the venom to spread. To prevent the spread of toxins, people should stay still. Painful swelling and itching can be treated with hydrocortisone cream. Match the problem with its solution. Jellyfish toxins may spread. Option A. People should stay still. Option B. People should apply hydrocortisone cream. Option C is people should not take any medicine. Option D is credit card should be used to avoid pain. So the basic problem is that jellyfish toxins may spread. It was mentioned in the passage as well, to prevent the spread of toxins, people should stay still. Whereas painful swelling and itching can be treated by the cream. So out of the four options, option A is the correct one. Jellyfish toxins may spread, so people should stay still to avoid it. Question number 24. Consider this claim. Shopping malls will soon be a thing of the past. Which sentence presents a counterclaim to the above claim? Option A is many people still prefer to try on clothing in the store before purchasing it. Option B is shoppers can now enjoy free fast shipping from many online stores. Option C is both A and B, and option D is none of these. A counterclaim is an argument that opposes or disagrees with an earlier claim. It presents the other side of an issue before you explain why your original claim is stronger. So in this particular example, the counterclaim argues against the original statement. So the idea that malls will disappear is challenged by the fact that many people still prefer trying on clothes in stores first, which keeps the malls relevant. So we will select option A as our counterclaim. Question number 25. Complete the sentence with the correct homophone. When is the next membership payment for the community pool dash? So a homophone is a word that sounds the same as another word but has a different meaning and spelling. For example, sun and sun. So let's check the options one by one. Option A is do. Do means to perform an action. The meaning is wrong for payment. So we'll not select option A here. Option B is due. So here the meaning of this due is like expected or scheduled to happen at a certain time. So it is openly used for the payments, paying rent, fees. So that will be the suitable option in the case of payments. But let's check the other options as well. Option C is dew. So DEW, dew, refers to tiny drops of water on grass in the morning. So it is not related to payments. So that is not correct. And option D is all of these. So out of four options, option B is the correct option here. Question number 26. What is the meaning of pull the wool over someone's eye used in the following sentence? The spy seemed so trustworthy that he pulled the wool over everyone's eyes. Option A is to completely fool someone. Option B is to compliment someone because one wants something. Option C is to hide something from someone. Option D is none of the above. To pull the wool over someone's eyes is a way of saying that you are tricked or fooled them completely. like hiding the truth so well that the person doesn't even realize that they are being deceived. So, in the sentence, the spy's trustworthy act fooled everyone into believing him. So, option A will be the correct option here. Question number 27. Read the following passage and answer the below given question. It's simple, it's magic. A good magic trick makes people believe they are seeing something amazing, but magic doesn't have to be hard to look real. One easy trick is to bend a spoon. First, hold the spoon handle inside your hands with the end of the handle under your thumbs. Push the spoon's bowl down on the table. Next, let the handle slide down inside your hand. Since your hand is covering part of the handle, it will look like the spoon is bent. What is the main or central idea of the passage? So option A is all magic tricks can be easy. It is not correct because the passage does not say all magic tricks are easy. It only gives one example. So option B is it's easy to make spoon appear to bent. That can be a correct answer because this matches with the passage. The whole text basically explaining the trick step by step. So we'll select option B here. Here the option C is you can easily become a magician, which is also incorrect because it does not say that you can become a magician with just one trick. And option D is none of these. So only option B is the correct one. Question number 28. Select the passage with the most respectful tone. Option A is Eleanor's nature was one of profound integrity and quiet diligence. Profound means strong and integrity means honesty, whereas the meaning of diligence is careful and steady effort, or you can say hard work. While some might mistake her thoughtful pace for hesitation, it was merely the mark of a mind that considered all outcomes. She was a steadfast friend and a pillar of her community. Steadfast means loyal or unwavering, always extending kindness without expectations of reward. Her strength lay not in loud declarations but in her consistent and principled actions. Option B is the central flaw in Robert's character was in inherent idleness that made him shirk his duties. Flaw means fault or weakness. Inherent means natural or built in. Idleness means laziness, and shirk means to avoid or neglect the duties. He was always eager to involve himself in the affairs of others, yet he consistently neglected his own responsibilities. While he would gladly help a stranger, his own home and family often suffered from his inattention and lack of discipline. Option C's Mark was plagued by a deep-seated laziness that rendered him almost useless. He was a meddler and a gossip, prying into everyone's business because it was easier than tending to his own failures. So, plagued means troubled or bothered constantly. Deep-seated means firmly established or hard to change. Rendered means made or caused to be. Meddler means someone who is interested in others' affairs, and praying means like looking into private matters without permission. His own household was a mess, a direct reflection of his inability to focus on the task that truly mattered, proving him to be a burden to those who relied on him. Option D is at the core of Thomas' being was a reprehensible sloth that defined his every action. Reprehensible means deserving strong criticism or really bad. Sloth means extremely lazy. He was an insolent and shiftless man who pilfered time and resources under the guise of helping neighbors, all while his own family languished in the squalor of his making. So, insolent means rude, shiftless means lazy, pilfered means stealing small things, guise means pretendance or pretending to be something else. Languished means lived in unpleasant or neglected conditions. Squalor means extremely dirty and poor conditions. He was not just unproductive, he was a drain, a man whose very presence seemed to leech the ambition and goodwill from those around him. So, out of all four options, the most respectful tone is used in option A because it describes the Eleanor's qualities positively using the words like profound, integrity, steadfast friend, and a pillar of her community without using any harsh criticism or judgment. So, we will select option A here. If we look at the rest of the passages, in option B, like quite critical and judgmental tone is used. In passage C, very disrespectful and harsh tone is used, and in passage D, it's openly insulting and aggressively using the words like reprehensible, sloth, insolent, shiftless. So that's why option A is the correct option here. Read the following fable and answer the questions 29 and 30. The Fox and the Goat. Once upon a time, a fox was out walking in the woods. He did not see a well in the ground ahead, and he fell right into it. It was too deep for him to climb out. After several hours passed, a goat came walking by. The goat was feeling thirsty and saw the fox in the well. How's the water down there? Asked the goat. Why, hello, goat, said the fox. The water tastes great. Why don't you come in and have a sip? The goat jumped into the well and leaned down to start drinking. Quickly, the fox leaped onto the goat's back and used her horns to spring up and out of the well. Oh no, said the goat. Now I'm stuck down here. Please help me. But the fox only said, that was your mistake, and he ran off into the woods. Question number 29. What is the main lesson or moral that this fable is trying to teach? Option A is look before you leap. Option B is always help others in need. Option C, never trust the advice of someone in a difficult situation. Option D is water from a well is always the most refreshing. So, in this fable, the goat jumped into the water without thinking and trusting the fox's advice and ended up trapped. So, we will select option A here look before you leap. Question number 30. When the goat asks for help, how does the fox respond? Option A, he promises to find a rope and come back. Option B, he ignores her and runs away. Option C, he explains that it was her mistake. And option D, he laughs and then helps her out. So when the goat asks for help, the fox simply tells her that that was your mistake and runs away without helping. So he uses her to escape and leaves her stuck in the well. So I'll select option C here. He explains that it was her mistake. Thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel.